How does the law of assumption really work? If you've ever asked yourself this question, then you will love the next couple of minutes. Because today I want to break down Neville Goddard's law of assumption in tiny little pieces so that you can fully understand every aspect of it and that you can also use it in a practical context. And please allow me to first start with a quote from Neville Goddard from Feeling is the Secret, where he discusses the law of assumption in detail. Because I believe that when I share this quote with you, and you listen to this quote not only with your mind, but also with your heart, and I then guide you through the next 8 steps in which I discuss in great detail how the law of assumption works, then you will be able to put it into practice, and you will be able to manifest incredible things, experiences, and abundance with it. So now here's what Neville Goddard says in Feeling is the Secret. The mechanism of creation is hidden in the very depth of the subconscious, the female aspect or womb of creation. The subconscious transcends reason and is independent of induction. It contemplates a feeling as a fact existing within itself, and on this assumption proceeds to give expression to it. The creative process begins with an idea, and its cycle runs its course as a feeling, and ends in a volition to act. To impress the subconscious with the desirable state, you must assume the feeling that would be yours had you already realized your wish. In defining your objective, you must be concerned only with the objective itself. The manner of expression or the difficulties involved are not to be considered by you. By assuming the feeling that would be yours were you already in possession of your objective, the subconscious is moved to build the exact likeness of your assumption. Your desires are not subconsciously accepted until you assume the feeling of their reality. For only through feeling is an idea subconsciously accepted, and only through this subconscious acceptance is it ever expressed. That's what Neville Goddard says about the law of assumption in Feeling is the Secret. And now I want to share from my experience as a coach and also my experience as a deliberate creator the 8 most important things in the most simplest words possible when it comes to the law of assumption, so that you can use it step by step, put it into practice, and manifest incredible things into your life. The most important and also the first realization that you absolutely have to make if you want to use the law of assumption, and that's also something that you can say it took me a while to actually really make this realization, and not just on a logical level, but on a deep emotional level. And that's that imagination is the only true reality, and the 3D world, what you are now calling your physical reality, is nothing but an illusion. Is just an old reality that you've created with your past imagination. So in other words, it's just an illusion from the past. It's not your reality that you experience. And I know for everyone who's never heard of the law of assumption or who has never used it, this is also the most difficult thing to grasp. And for me, it was for a long time. For a long time, I struggled with this idea. Yeah, but I can taste this food, and I can touch this table, and I can see this rainbow. How is this not reality? How is this not my physical reality? But you have to remember what I said so many times in so many different episodes. It's very similar to your vibration. The experiences that you attracted into your life right now is the result of the vibration that you were in the last couple of weeks, days, and months. So in other words, the reality that you are living right now, that you're calling your reality, is nothing but an accumulation of the result of the vibration that you were in the past. And when it comes to your reality right now, what you are experiencing in this 3D world is just an old reality that you have created with your imagination, with the assumptions, remember it's a law of assumption, that you made about your reality. And that's what you're experiencing right now. So it's very similar to the concept of if you change your vibration right now, you can change your future, because then you will impact your future in this positive way. In the same way, according to Neville Goddard, If you change your assumption about yourself, about life, and about what is in your reality right now, even if you just assume it in your imagination, this will send the signal to the universe that you are ready to receive this reality, and then this reality will come to you. So right now you can make the choice to change your assumption, to change what you believe in, how you see yourself, how you see the world, and then your reality will change. So what you consider your reality, the 3D reality right now, is just the accumulation of your past assumption and your past imagination. And that's why right now is the best time to change. Right now is the best time for you to assume something else about yourself and about your life. And that's why I always say that your past doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if in the past you were in a poverty mindset, or if you assumed that you were destined to be poor because your family never had enough money. It does not matter, because right now you can influence your reality. Remember, you are just living in the illusion that you accumulated through your past assumptions and vibration. And now it's time to change that by assuming something else. And do manifestation techniques, but do them because you love to do them, because you enjoy doing them, and not because you say, I have to do them. If I don't do them, then I won't attract anything, then I won't manifest anything. Always remember, and that's something that Neville Goddard also shared in the quote that I shared with you at the beginning of this episode. To impress the subconscious with the desirable state, you must assume the feeling that would be yours had you already realized your wish. It's about your wish, and it's about realizing that feeling. Now imagine you use certain manifestation techniques and you don't feel good while doing it. And you say to yourself, I don't really want to meditate, and those affirmations, yeah, but I do them. I mean, I repeat the affirmations. Yes, I sit down and meditate, but I just do it because then I will manifest it. If you go at it from this perspective, then you will not manifest what you want to manifest. And that's why I always say the more playful you are, the easier it will be for you to manifest. And that's not something that only Neville Goddard says and only I say. It's also something that, for example, Abraham Hicks says. It's all about playfulness, about being light, about just enjoying. And that's also something that Dr. Joe Dispenza shared with me, or let's say with the whole audience, during the last week-long advanced retreat where I went to, where he said, whenever I'm in this playful mood, that's when things happen. And it's the same with the law of assumption. When you are in this playful mood and you use the law of attraction techniques that you want to use because you want to use them and you have fun doing it, then the magic will happen. And that's also why if you decide to go to affirmation2manifestation.com/11 days, or you click on the first link in the description and you then decide to invest in the 11 days to manifestation mastery program, then only, and I really mean this, only invest in the program if you're ready to put the advice into practice and if you have fun with it. I don't want you to be a serious German, and I know what I'm talking about because I am German, and to look at it and say, okay, I have to do this manifestation exercise right now, otherwise I will not manifest my dreams, in all seriousness. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be playful, fun, and engaging. And I included so many practical exercises for you in the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program that you can have a lot of fun with it. And when you use the law of assumption, what do you do when the 3D that you're experiencing, remember the illusion, makes it difficult for you to enjoy your assumption about yourself and to truly get into the feeling? What do you do then? Then you talk highly of yourself. And this goes hand in hand with affirmations. If you talk highly about yourself and you allow yourself in these moments to remind yourself of your assumption, to not go anywhere else, and when your mind wanders and you go into those deep thoughts of, what if it doesn't happen? What if this is not an illusion? What if I can't create what I want to create? Then immediately go back to your assumption. Talk highly about yourself. Let yourself know that you are a deliberate creator, and remind yourself of the fact that the assumption and the imagination leads to the creation. And to change anything in your life, you have to change the assumption that you hold about it. Not just about yourself, but also about life. And it's all interconnected. I mean, one of the number one things that I, for example, work on with my Skype coaching clients is worthiness. And by the way, if you don't feel worthy of manifesting your dreams, if you don't feel worthy of manifesting a loving relationship, if you don't feel worthy of manifesting large sums of money, then you might want to find out more about hypnosis sessions with me, because in hypnosis sessions, I often guide my amazing clients to a point where they allow their subconscious mind to finally feel worthy and to finally install a paradigm that they are worthy to receive, because it's all interconnected. And that's why it's so important to change what you assume about yourself and about life. Because when you don't feel worthy as a person and you don't think that life can give you something valuable, then you won't receive anything valuable, because it's your assumption. Then you won't receive the valuable relationship. Then you won't be valued by your partner. Then you won't receive any material value. It's all connected. And that's why I'm such a great believer in the law of assumption. Because when you assume certain qualities about yourself, no matter if that's worthiness, if it's abundance, if it's joy, if it's happiness, then this will come to you. And your shift in consciousness inevitably leads to new assumptions of yourself, which then leads to new actions. And this also goes hand in hand with what I shared with you, I think a couple of episodes before this one, where I talked about the financial abundance mentality or the financial abundance process. I don't remember what I called the episode, from Dr. Joe Dispenza, where I talked about a very specific meditation, where he mentioned how important it is to focus on the opportunity that you can create. Because then when you create the opportunity, then you can take the necessary action that leads you then to the manifestation. And at least in my opinion, it's very similar to what Neville Goddard teaches. When you shift your level of consciousness, this inevitably leads to new assumptions about yourself. So for example, if I reach a higher level of consciousness about myself, I reach a higher level of joy, worthiness, of gratitude, then automatically the assumptions that I have about my life will change, because I'm more grateful, I'm more happy with myself. And as a result of that, my actions will also change, because that's when you then receive the downloads from the universe. That's when you receive the coincidences in the form of synchronicities. And always remember, when it comes to the law of assumption, that the world projects what goes on inside of you. Your assumption and also your imagination are what creates the world around you. That's how you experience it. And I know if you've never put it into practice, this might sound like wishful thinking. Like, oh my God, I can change my reality if I just go into these emotions and if I just feel like that. And I don't believe it. Test it. I really urge you to just test it. And don't just test it for one day and then say, oh, I'm not good at it. Test it, continue to test it, and continue to change the assumptions about yourself, and you will see that people treat you differently. You will see that people react to you differently. Opportunities will come to you that you've never had before. I actually had so many of these moments, and either in the next episode or maybe one of the next episodes I want to record for you, I want to mention specific things that I've manifested in my life, that I've created in my life with the law of assumption. And if I can do it, then you can do it too, because a couple of years ago, I was in a very dark place, and I will also talk about this in the episode that I will probably record for you in the next couple of days. So remember, the world projects what goes on inside your mind, inside your imagination, and what you assume about your world and about yourself. And always remember, when it comes to the law of assumption, you already have it because you have it in your imagination. And that's how you can then draw it into your physical reality. And remember, the physical reality that you're experiencing right now is just your 3D world. That's just the accumulation of your past assumptions, past imagination. And right now for you is the perfect time to change that. And when you change your consciousness and you then change your assumptions about yourself and about your life, that's when your life will change. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. And if you're ready to work with me on your manifestation success, if you're ready to put a lot of different manifestation techniques into practice, and if you're maybe also ready for your very first hypnosis session, then you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/coaching and find out more about the different coaching sessions I offer. And by the way, something that I also wanted to mention, if you go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/11 days and you invest in the 11 days to manifestation mastery program, or you go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/money and you invest in the money manifestation magnet program, you find on the download page of the product a coupon code that allows you to get your very first coaching session with me for only 100 euros. And you can then use the coupon code on one of my coaching pages, where you simply, when you schedule your coaching session, click on redeem coupon code and you then type in the coupon code and then you get the discount. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.